Hello, hello, everybody. How are you? Carlito, are you there? Yes, I'm right here. Hello. So here we are. Welcome to our family room today. I hope that all of you are here ready to join us. We haven't seen you for a little while. Yes, it's been a long time, but I'm happy that we are here. Yes, I'm happy as well. Carlito, today we have a really special program like we do on Tuesdays, every other Tuesday. Yes, I love the other ones. They were very nice. They were so good. I know, right? We have some wonderful information here in our family room. Today we have one, and it's called Friendship with Earth, I think it's called. But it's a good one. It's going to be really really good. We have some wonderful information. Carlito, do you like going to like the woods and stuff? Yes, I like going to the woods. Oh wow, excellent. And do you like just watching nature? Yes, I love nature. But is it puppet nature or real nature? No. I'm talking about real nature. Oh yes, I love real nature. Very, very good. Well, today we are joining with Family Ministry, doctors Pamela and Claudio Consuegra. They will be giving us some wonderful information about this that I think is going to be good for the entire family. And then we're going to have Miss Sherry, who's going to show us some activity for all boys and girls and for the entire family. It's going to be really good as well. Oh, I'm so excited. I can't wait. Are we ready? Yes, I think we're ready. Are you all ready? Is everybody ready to go? Perfect. Well, let me go ahead. Let's go ahead and then give the time to Doctors Consuegra, okay? Yeah, let's do it. All right, it's all yours now. Thank you.
Hi, moms and dads. We want to welcome you to our family room. And tonight we do have a very special topic as we're going to talk about why it's important for you to help your kids connect to nature. Did you know that there's a phenomenon today called nature deficit disorder? That's right. So many kids have a deficit from not connecting with nature. So, why is it important? What does it matter anyway? Well, let's talk about some reasons. First of all, when kids are outside in nature, they are able to engage all of their senses. Think about it. If they just sit on the sofa and watch TV hour after hour, all of their senses are not employed. Whereas when you go outside, you listen to the birds sing, you see the flowers and you smell the flowers. You can even taste some berries or some apples that are growing on the trees and touch them. All five of your senses are engaged just by being outside.
Not only that, but according to research, the opportunity to explore nature helps your children to develop their attention span and learning capacity. So when your kids seem to be distracted, maybe they need to be out in nature because it helps them to focus on nature and therefore focus on other things later.
Here's another exciting thing that research has just uncovered. Researchers have found that children who have been diagnosed with attention deficit disorder, they improve by being outside, by being in the grass and the trees and the flowers. Some of those symptoms that they experience decline.
Of course, for us as Christian parents, it is also important to connect our children to nature, but more importantly, to the creator of nature. So when you take them out in nature, they're not just playing with the grass and the trees and the flowers, they're actually learning about the one who created the trees and the grass and the flowers. So it's important for them to see that connection.
So, what are some things that you can do, mom and dad, to make sure that your kids actually have a connection with the nature that God has created? Here's some things. First of all, start young. Even little toddlers like to wiggle their toes in the grass, the soft green grass, or hay, even the mud sometimes. We all know toddlers like that, and that's fun for them. So make sure you take those opportunities to let them connect with nature outside. And you know what, mom and dad? A little dirt doesn't hurt anyone. So don't worry about them getting dirty. There's always the washing machine. Just make sure you don't lose those opportunities.
One great way to get involved in nature is by gardening. So if you have a backyard, you can select a small plot. It doesn't have to be the whole place, but at least a small plot where you can do some simple gardening. You see, even pulling out weeds and planting and seeing the roots laid hole in the ground and then grow and all those things. That's important for the kids to see the cycle of life. If you don't have a backyard, you can get a planter and maybe put it in the balcony of your apartment building or your apartment and use that little planter, again, just with some simple things like maybe tomatoes. So gardening is a good way to have them experience the cycle of life through nature.
And here's another idea. What about a field trip, a family field trip? You know, there's so many places that you can take your kids where they can really experience nature. Maybe you live near a botanical garden or a zoo, and maybe you're really lucky and live next to one of those beautiful national parks. I know my husband and I, when we travel, one of our favorite things to do is to go to the national parks. It's so beautiful and so relaxing, and each park has their own unique beauty that they can bring out. So plan a trip to experience some part of nature that's around you. And I'm sure that with just a little bit of research, you're going to find places that aren't far from your house.
You can also stir out their curiosity by getting some books that deal with nature or some CDs, or if you have cable television, maybe you have some of those channels where they show nature programs. I remember one of them, Planet Earth, is one of my favorites because you get to travel all over the world without leaving your living room, but you're also learning. I remember learning about penguins. Love those little wobbly animals, and so many other things that you can learn that way, and kids can learn by watching those videos too.
And maybe you have a birthday coming up or Christmas or some other special event where you want to give your children a gift. Why not consider a gift that will help them connect with nature? For example, what about a pair of binoculars and a bird book? That's an excellent idea. In fact, we just had fun doing that last week at our daughter's. We had a bird book in front of us, and my husband took the binoculars, and we were able to enjoy so many beautiful hummingbirds, birds that we don't usually see that frequented a feeder in her yard. And it's fun to try to figure out, what bird is that? What are the colors? So think about those gifts that may help you.
And also teach them to be friends with nature by conserving. Remind them to turn the faucet off so the water is not wasted, to turn the lights off so the electricity is not wasted. That's how you show them. You teach them that we need to care for Earth as well. Hey, listen, I want to go see what Miss Sherry has to tell us too. So thank you for being with us tonight. But hey, Miss Sherry, what have you got to show us?
Hey, everybody. Welcome to my garden. I'm glad that Pam and Claudio mentioned going out and gardening. Well, what I have here is my compost area. You know, if you live in an apartment, you can't do composting quite like this outside, but you can plant a little plant inside that gives you extra oxygen inside your little apartment. Today, though, we're going to talk about composting. What is composting? This is a great thing for kids to do. And we're just going to talk about 4 things of composting. There's only 4 essential things that you need in your compost pile. And it's very easy to remember. You need brown, you need green, you need water, and you need air. Just 4 things. And I wanted to show you some things that we're composting today. Now, we've been gathering all of this from our kitchen, from what was not eaten, like corn cobs right here. We have some, somebody gave us some of this Mexican food called, that you make with corn, corn things, and I forgot what they're called. But we have it all right here. But let's talk about those 4 things. Brown. What could brown mean? Well, it means like dead things, like these brown dead branches, or it could be that it's just your grass clippings or some straw. You want to put that in your compost pile. Make sure it's in there, because you know what the brown gives us? It gives us oxygen or carbon that's inside here. Carbon. Now the green, that's all of these things that I'm bringing in from the scraps from the kitchen. And I have this green leafy thing here. A deer came to eat out of our compost, and it broke off one of the branches of our tomato plant. But I'm just going to pour this right in here, get it all in there because green is something that's very important. What does the green give our composter? Well, it gives us the nitrogen that is needed in here. Because you know what? The earth will give us good food to eat as long as we take care of the earth. And that's what I want to do. I want to make sure that my compost pile, which later on I will feed my garden, is very rich and very healthy. Well, once I have my brown and my green, what is next? Well, the air, which I have right here, and then the water. Well, I'm not going to actually pour the water on it right now, but I want it really super wet. And you wonder, how wet should it be? Well, when you wring out a washcloth, get it all wrung out, not too tight, not too much, that's how wet it should be, kind of soppy wet. Once that's done, then I'm going to take my shovel, go and get some good fresh dirt like this. I'm gonna put it all over. It's almost like I'm making lasagna out of all this compost. I'm gonna layer it really good with this dirt, and then it is ready. But you know what else, kids, that is really good? I'm gonna turn my camera around. What is really good about a compost is all the bugs that are in here that are helping to decompose all of that food and all of those vegetables that we didn't eat and all those green and brown things. Let me just turn it back. There. You know what, the best heroes of a compost pile is the worms. And I came out earlier today and I did see some worms, but I don't see them right now because I think they've gone to bed already. But kids, if you can get outside and compost your extra food and stuff that you don't eat and give it back to the earth so that the earth can give you fresh food. We'll talk to you later. Bye now. Happy composting. Well, if I'm still here, then I'll say one more thing. Don't forget to download your paper that is on our website, 8 Fun Ways to Teach Kids About Caring for Our Planet. You can go to our website, childmin.org, and get that handout. It has some great ideas. And I think, Jerry, I heard Carlito.
Yes, I'm ready. Sorry. We always get muted. Yes, I know. But you know what? This was such wonderful ideas. I just love this gardening and composting and all that stuff. I want to compost. Can we compost? Yeah, let's do that. When I finish my puppet food, I'm gonna throw it in a bin too. Yes, of course. You know, when you eat your puppet food and you leave all those scraps, then you can just put them on a container. Just, I'm so happy. I'm going to do that. I want to get my hands dirty. Yes, I know. So, you know, we have to be friends with Earth as well, right? Take care of it, enjoy it, do things with it, you know, gardening and composting and just going out and seeing nature itself. I think it's wonderful. I hope that you all had a wonderful time with us, especially during this series when we're talking about friendship. I know that I did. And so we're glad that you have joined us. We're glad that you came and spent 15 minutes with us. Don't forget, these are 15 minutes chats. They're not long, but they're packed with some wonderful information and some great activities. And we're so happy to also tell you that pretty soon we're going to start, in 2 weeks, we're going to start our new series. And our new series is going to be the 4 T's. Yeah, that's right. 4 T's of stewardship. So we hope that you join us. We hope that you're with us. Don't forget, in 2 weeks, in 2 Tuesdays, we'll be here 7:30 here on Facebook Live. Okay. So Carlito, you want to say goodbye? No, I don't. Yeah, well, it's time to say goodbye. Okay. Goodbye, boys and girls. Goodbye. See you, everybody. See you in 2 weeks. Bye.